Now, hopefully, because I have adjusted those voice levels, please do let me know in a second if everything's okay.
I'm alive.
So, can you just check after your advert if we're all looking good? Happy Sunday, everybody. We have got quite a few little updates for you on the channel today, but I'm just going to wait 1 second. And I'm just going to make sure that you can all actually hear me.
That's good.
What percentage is that volume on? So if I just turn this up a little bit, because...
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Oh, okay. I think we're okay then. I don't think we're clipping. I think we're all good. Only drones. Yo, how's it going? Yes, let me see if you've replied to my message. Well, anyway, that's interesting then. Yes, loud and clear. Brilliant. James, welcome. No litter FPV, welcome. Sorry, I have to look away from this to look at the screen. I'm going to try and mock up something a little bit closer to us to make it a little bit easier to read your comments, because they are about 6 miles over there. Could do. Loud and clear. So yes, anyway, only drone. So how's your day been anyway? Because I believe you've been out. It appears to be filling with smoke in here. After this run, could you just put your hand down there and turn it off? The UK Emergency Alert Service was issued today, perhaps for too much smoke in this room.
I don't know how to not get my face.
Yeah. There we go. So he's turned the smoke machine off now. I forgot we actually had it turned on, to be fair. Right, guys, listen, I have just... Oh, hello again today from Theme Park. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you're in a theme park. Which theme park are you in? That's the question. Now, guys, listen. You might have just seen, or you might not have just seen the short that I've put out. But we've got a great... Gilamesh says... does give me a chance to enter, or am I too late? No, you're not too late. Until I press that button to calculate the comments, everybody's got a chance of winning. Right, I do know this camera is still stuck in a flat profile, and stupidly, like a man, I thought, I don't need to read the instruction manual, I'll work it out. And I've just tried to work it out, and I'll read the instruction manual for tomorrow's stream. Okay, so.
Welcome to HTX.
So.
Yes, rescue.
Hang on. I'm going to just take that away a little bit so you can't hear it. Right, so earlier on in the day, I was asked about voice prompts because we've got a video out on the TX15 voice prompts. And somebody said to me, well, can you do it on a screen that isn't touchscreen and isn't colour and all that? And I said, yes, you can. And I've recorded that video. And as I was recording it, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be really cool if we had some funny voice prompts? Because most of the voice prompts, they're very functional and I don't have anything against them whatsoever. But they are a little bit boring. So let me show you what I've done.
Pre-arm. Everybody, stand back. It's about to go down.
So that's one of them. And another one is this.
GPS rescue. Oh no, something's gone tragically wrong.
And what I'd like to do is I'd like to record... Oh, nice. Elliot, welcome. I'd like to record a full set of EdgeTX voice prompts, voice commands, that are funny, that are sarcastic, that are witty, that are just a little bit, they had a little bit of personality to your radio. And I'm going to record them for you guys. I'm going to compile them into a pack and I'll let you all download them for free. You don't have to be a member, you don't have to be a patron, you don't have to be anything. And we'll do it for free. But what I need from you guys is suggestions of lines. So as an example, I've set pre-arm, oh no, it's about to, oh, stand back, it's about to go down. Or GPS rescue, oh no, something's gone tragically wrong. There's many others. Position hold could be something like, position hold, this person's forgotten what position he's in or what direction he's in. Altitude hold, because he can't control his altitude, or some, you know, whatever the prompts may be, but I want you to suggest them. I'll record them, I'll put them in a package, I'll make a tutorial of how you install them all. I just need you guys to give me some ideas of what you would find funny, what you would find sarcastic, what you would find amusing, and I'll do the rest. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's have a look. Suj says, how many entries are there? I don't know, because we may get more entries as this video goes on. So we'll only count them once we get to the end and we press that button. And when that button is pressed, it will tell us how many entries there are. Anonymous says, Avion Nexa 6S. Not quite. We've got an... we don't have an Avion Nexa 6S, but we do have a Spider Sora 6S. We've done another video for this today, and it's going out at 10 p.m. UK time tonight, and it's actually a test of the GPS rescue function, position and altitude hold in Betaflight 4.6. And also that video shows you how to set up those voice prompts in your TX15 or any other radio with a colour touchscreen. The interface on the non-colour touchscreens is slightly different, hence why we've just done a separate video for it there. But yeah, that's good. It's good. And actually, I do need to talk to you guys about this because there is an important point I do need to say about this in a minute. Let's have a look. Keith says, great, a second chance, a fourth chance, let's be fair.
Yeah.
But I wonder, where do I enter? It's...
I said, I don't know.
Bruh. It's the video that is the Armour Bluebell.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can drop it in the chat because you're not a mod. But it's the Armour Bluebell. It's from about 14 days ago, and it has a picture of a blue drone on the thumbnail, and the title includes the word giveaway. So that's the one. You've got about half an hour or so to enter. Maybe longer if this stream goes longer. Who knows? Suj says, that alert gave me a massive jump scare, even though I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, me too. Me and Boy Wonder were sat next to each other, and we knew it was going to happen, and we was counting down to the fact it was going to happen, and it still gave us a jump scare. It gave me the chills inside. It was crazy. The thing is, I try not to worry about it too much because we've lived our life without anything like that, and the fact that it's now something that's in place is, in my opinion, perhaps a little bit sinister. I don't know, but it's certainly, there's a lot to be said about control of populations, but I'm not going to get into that because you'll all think I'm a bit of a crazy crank. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it. Right, we need to talk about the Spider Sora. We've got a serious point to discuss with you about this little amazing drone. Now, this drone is a premium drone, okay, but you'll be surprised at the price, even though it's super, super premium. It's got titanium parts. It's been designed, I think it's gone through 14 iterations of the design before it got to this stage. It's amazing. It's amazing. But, and I might get told off for this, I don't know, but when it gets released on October the 15th, there will only be a limited number of them. So I'm going to drop my review probably a day before, so you can make an informed choice. I think you've seen all the flying that I've done with it, and I've only had it for a week. Obviously, the longer I have it, the more... My initial flying with it was very, very careful because it was sort of, I think, one of 2 or one of 3 in the world. So I had to be super careful with it. But as I'm getting more and more confident with it, and as I'm doing more and more, and sort of the issue of if anything happens, I've got a lot of content, is sort of wearing in now. So I am flying it a lot harder, and it is really, really good. But I'm not telling you this to sort of give you like a pressure sales tactic to say, oh, it's only limited, make sure you buy one. If you choose to buy one, all I'm saying is buy it on the release day, because they are going to be in very limited numbers. Now, that's not to say they won't get restocked, but I mean, whether the restock comes before or after Christmas, who knows? Now, for some people, that won't matter too much because you might live in a place where you might not be able to fly during the winter. But it's just something that I wanted to say to you and to let you guys know, and to be as transparent and as honest as I possibly can with you, because I am in a privileged position having something like that. And I do know certain things. There's certain things I can say, certain things I can't say. But I think it's really important that you know that if it is something that you are interested in, when it drops on October the 15th, my advice to you is just jump on it, because I'm not trying to say whether you should or whether you shouldn't, but if it's something that you've decided you're going to buy, don't wait, is my point. The review should answer a few more questions about weight, endurance, and all that sort of jazz, although we have touched on that in a few of the videos that we've already done. I love it. I think it's brilliant. But I'm not going to let that cloud my judgment. If I find a fault or a problem with it, I will report that fault or problem in the video. Obviously, I'll feed it back to Spider so that they can hopefully fix it. But if I find a problem or a fault, I'll absolutely tell you guys about it, because that's what we do on this channel. It doesn't matter whether somebody sent us something early and put us in a privileged position. At the end of the day, we will always be honest with you. Only Drones is back. Grohl says, hey boy wonder. Milky says, happy Sunday Milky. Suge says, anyway, that's going to happen for real in like 5 years or so. And Grohl says, hey buddy. Axis FPV says, yo, yo, yo. Who said it's going to... Right, Suge, mate, honestly, like, I grew up during the Cold War when we was expected to go to war with Russia anytime the next day. It never happened. There is no benefit in this world to one country nuking another country and starting a war. It just doesn't happen. Look at Ukraine and Russia. Russia is 10 times more powerful than Ukraine. They expected to go in there and roll them over in a weekend and be home by Monday. 4 years later, the losses on both sides, but especially the Russian side, is massive. Now imagine they try to do that to a NATO country. It just doesn't make any sense for it to happen, because ultimately, if it did, and they went down the nuclear route, the other countries or the other block of countries would go down the nuclear route and everybody would be dead and nobody would benefit from that. So I honestly wouldn't worry about it too much. And that's coming from the heart. I genuinely wouldn't worry about it. I've grown up with this stuff in my childhood, and it was quite scary, but honestly, like, mental health is so important these days, and there's so many things. All right, boy wonder. And there's so many things around mental health that's causing people so many problems. And stuff like this national alert thing is, in my opinion, one of them. And I'm just not a massive fan of it. I've lived through the troubles in Ireland. I've lived through, the Cold War, the Falklands, Afghanistan, excuse me, the Iraq War. There's always a conflict. There's always a reason to be scared. There's always a reason to stress. Don't worry about it, honestly, genuinely. Milky says, thank you. Axis Flying says 3.5 or 10 inch. It depends what she likes. Only Draw says, moving on. Boy Wonder says, right, so let me just show you this again, because for anybody that didn't hear this at the start, I am really excited to do this with and for you guys.
Welcome to HTX.
Suge says, could you make a video of you gorilla whooping your HD0 in Tesco or any shop? Did we go inside a shop, Only Drones? Did we fly it inside a shop? I know I've done some gorilla whooping with it. Maybe I didn't fly inside a shop. Yeah, well, I'll do that. I love gorilla whooping. It's so much fun. Right, so we're going to create a community voice pack. Tell me if you guys can hear this. So I've recorded a couple, but I want your suggestions on funny lines that I could say for things like acro mode, angle mode, position hold, altitude hold, so on and so forth, or any other commands out there that you could think of. But let me show you, and hopefully you can hear it, 2 of the ones that I've done.
Pre-arm, everybody, stand back. Pre-arm, everybody, stand back. It's about to go down. GPS rescue. Oh no, something's gone tragically wrong.
So I'd like to record a full pack of those for you guys. But what I want is your suggestions as to what some of them should say. So either leave it here, leave it in the shorts video that I've just released, or leave it anywhere. I'll put a community post up as well. It's something I'm really passionate about doing, actually. I'll record them all. I'll edit them all. I'll have them all in the right format, and it's just a case of you dragging and dropping them into your radio and then setting them up, of which we have 2 setup videos now. Or we will do. Luke, we're on again. What's up, man? Hope you're good, Luke. I have seen your messages. I haven't had a chance to reply. It's been a pretty busy day. With regards to the motors, Luke, I'm just waiting for final confirmation on a couple of points, but I have chased them up and I have asked them after your message, actually, and I will get back to you as soon as I know more. Suge says, I want to see people's reactions to drones in the UK. Honestly, I did do some guerrilla whooping with only drones, and we did it around a Christmas market. Nobody paid a blind bit of attention. We did it inside a bus, and the bus driver was like, yeah, that's sick, come and do it. And then the battery died, and I don't think I had any others. And then I did it on a couple of streets. I think I flew inside one shop, like a little corner shop, and the guy looked, and then he came out, and that was it. People don't really notice guerrilla whooping a lot of the time, but I dare say if there's a Karen out there, I'll find her. Only Drone says that's amazing, and then Luke says thanks. Them motors look sick. Good morning. How's it going? Yeah, so give me some ideas as on that voice pack, and I'll record a full entire voice pack so you've got everything you could ever need. So even I have stuff. I don't care. Loiter, GPS hold, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just give me some funny lines, because the voice prompts that are available, they're very functional, aren't they? And you know that's fine. But I like to add a little bit of zest, a little bit of personality, a little bit of sass in there. And if we can do that, the armed one, police let me through their car. Please let me fly through their car. Everyone is chill. Only Drones has got it right. To be honest, even the police, generally speaking, unless you're being an absolute knob with a 5-inch flying over people's heads in a city centre, generally speaking, everyone's just chill about it. You'll always get Karens here and you'll always get Karens there. But, I mean, you guys have seen how often and regularly I fly. And I've had two Karens and a Ken in all that time. And I think the one Karen, that was her defence mechanism because she'd done something wrong, so she had to blame somebody else. Angle mode is for children. Yes. Okay. Yep, that's fine. I'll record that. Angle mode. Or, as we like to call it, child mode. How about that? Does that sound good? Let me know in the comments. For GPS rescue, maybe put something like, oh, it's nice knowing you. Or what about something like, hello darkness, my old friend. GPS rescue enabled. I don't know. Let me know. But we can. I mean, the thing is, I don't have to just record one either. We'll do a pack, and then if people are like, well, actually, I wish you'd said this for that and this for that and this, I'll do another one. I don't care. I'm a pilot first, part of the community. YouTuber second. I've got a couple of subs. Here's what it is. I love this shit. I love it. And if I can help other people and bring a smile to other people's faces, then that is ultimately what the goal is always going to be about. There was a couple of other things I wanted to talk about, but I'm quite happy to be led by you guys at the minute. Congratulations, you fucked up. Another one, Only Drones, is you can set it to disarm as well. So you can set each switch position to be something and say something. So on the serious one that's out tonight, I've set armed and then disarmed. But what we could have is, as you disarm, God, thank God that's over. Or something like that. Again, let me know in the comments. Nobody tried gorilla whooping a 5-inch. That would go viral. Yeah, I mean, I can't condone such things. It would go viral, but for all the wrong reasons. And as somebody who has got a couple of subscribers, I would be screwed, is the simple answer. So, yeah, I'm not going to gorilla whoop a 5-inch. It reminds me of, what was it now? There was a group, I won't mention the group's name, on Instagram. And they started to do increasingly more viral challenges. One of them was fly through a stranger's legs, gorilla whooping, which I thought was a little bit dangerous because that person could get disorientated, they could fall over, they might have mobility issues like me, and you know it could end quite badly. But they did that one, and then the one after was land on a police car that was moving down this, just driving down the street, and I just thought. I absolutely have no issues in pushing the rules and regulations to the very edge of their limit. But there are some things that just go a little bit too far. So you're not going to get me gorilla whooping a 5-inch. Whether I went viral and got 20 million views or not, I'm afraid it's not something I'm going to do. Luke says, dang, that's good. Well, think of some suggestions. Drop them in the comments. Drop them in here. Drop them in on the video, wherever. Sorry, missed the apple crumble, so I had to fill my belly before jumping on here. Well, apple crumble on me, it's a difficult choice, isn't it? I think you probably just about made the right choice. And I'll forgive you this time, but maybe not next time. And Only Jones says, just no. Yeah, it's irresponsible. And like I said, I don't want to ruin other people's fun because I get it. We're all in this hobby to have fun. But doing stuff like that, no, just no. I'm going to fly my quads and break something soon. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. It's gone quite warm here in the UK. It's been torrential rain for most. I managed to get out this morning to record the tutorial of GPS rescue, position hold and altitude hold. And then by the time I came back, it was like a monsoon for a few hours. And then I've just gone to the car to grab the radio and it's really quite pleasantly warm outside. So, I mean, I've got a battery charger here. I may actually put a battery on charge and cut this stream short and go and fly with the new voice prompts. Grove says, see ya, Grove. It's been a pleasure for you to be in the chat. Going to sim. Excellent. Well, enjoy it. By all means, leave us on in the background if you want. And if you've got any questions, drop them in. But if not, then have a great sim session. And I'm sure I'll catch you back in here another time. But thanks for being here today. Legend. What was my other talking points? Because I thought, well, let's, rather than just turning up with nothing to say, let's actually have a couple of talking points. I just can't remember what they were. To be fair, they're actually of nothing of interest, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to be led by you guys, and we'll go as long as we need to, but we will we'll draw the competition pretty soon if it doesn't get busy, because you know nobody wants to sit here and chat to themselves, do they? Let's be honest. Man, every time I say let's fly, it rains, says Luke. Yeah, I know that feeling only too well. How do we enter this one? It's the same one as yesterday. So if you left a comment on the Armour Bluebell video from about 14 days ago, it's the one with the blue tiny whoop-like drone on the thumbnail and giveaway in the title. As long as you've left a comment on that video, you'll be entered. If you didn't, go and do it now because we're not quite at that stage where we're going to draw it. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes and just see how busy it gets. But I think everybody's busy on a Sunday, aren't they? So it's probably not going to get as busy as it did yesterday. But that said, yeah, ideally I'd like to do these a little bit later than I do them. I appreciate this is quite early. This is sort of prime time Sunday, isn't it, for families and stuff. But this is just the time of the day that I could actually get on and do it, so it is what it is. Guideline UK, no more Neo videos, please. Don't you have a Neo, Guideline UK? Pretty sure you do have a Neo. Are you wanting to corner the market and only you produce Neo videos? Is that what it is? That's what it sounds like to me, I've got to be honest. Okay, Guideline UK is in the chat. Let's see if his Neo can do this. 1 second, I'm just turning this controller on.
Welcome to HTX.
So, Guideline UK, can your controller do this?
Pre-arm, everybody, stand back. It's about to go down.
Or can it do this?
GPS rescue. GPS rescue. Oh no, something's gone tragically wrong.
Honestly, put as many suggestions as you can. I'll probably ask you to compile them on a community post. I think I can pin one of those. So ideally, we'll try and get it out to you guys in the next. Well, it depends how many suggestions we get, but as soon as we get the suggestions, I'm going to start recording. So the quicker and the more suggestions, the quicker the pack will be in your hands and on your radios. And let's add a little bit of personality to this stuff. Done it on a Bluebee, says AJ. Brilliant. Good luck. Good luck to everybody, actually. This is the 4th time I've tried to give this away. It will be sent to you from Maker Fire Direct. It will be a brand new kit with screen, drone, controller, 2 batteries, charger, and I think spare props and a screwdriver, maybe something else. instruction manual, probably. I probably should pay a bit more attention, shouldn't I? AJ Jones says, haha, that's effing hilarious. Only Drone says Neo, lol. I mean, the Neo is trash. Yeah. As long as, AJ, you're having fun, that's all that matters. Even if you're wrong. Will your motors have 2207 23,000 kV for 4S? I don't know, if I'm honest, Luke. The honest answer is, I think yes, knowing who the manufacturer of them is going to be. But I'll ask that question when I start getting replies. The shinies don't work weekends, and fair play to them. I generally tend to grind at least 7 days a week, as you guys probably realise by now. But yeah, they don't work weekends, so I generally don't get any replies over the weekend. Sometimes I do, if it's, well, I won't say who, but yeah, generally speaking, I won't get a reply until sort of Monday, Tuesday. Once I've got a reply, I'll let you know. So AJ, if you've got any suggestions of lines I can record for a community pack, if you enjoyed that, please do let me know. Things like a suggestion already is Only Drones has said, you've entered angle mode, or as we like to call it, children mode, or something along that. Well, mode for children, or whatever. But let me know. And the more suggestions we get, the more I can record. The quicker we can get the pack out to you. It'll be free of charge. Like, you know, it takes me 2 seconds to record each line. I'll compile them up in a package, and away you go. AJ, I was saying your voice commands were hilarious. I got it. Guideline says, I love it. I take it everywhere. Neo is for 3 to 6 year olds. Luke says, I'm going to build an 8S quad soon. It's ironic that you should say that. I've had the crazy busiest summer ever. But I've actually been sat on these motors for quite a while now. These are 8S 5-inch motors. I've got an 8S ESC. I'm ready to go. It's just finding the time. Hopefully, things seemed to settle down a little bit last week, and I was able to get into a bit of a better rhythm. So hopefully, I've got a couple of projects this week. If I can't do it this week, hopefully I can do it next week, and then we can make that into a video for the weekend. Fingers crossed. But I do have the Gap RC Darkstar 16 coming at some point. I have asked a question, where is it? But I haven't had a reply as of yet. Can I download your voice commands to my controller? Sounds like Tyson Fury. You sausage, you rabbit. Yes, you will be able to. I've only recorded those 2 at the minute. So what I need is suggestions of the other ones. So if you think of the ones that you use, so if you use angle mode, think of a funny line for angle mode. If you use position hold and altitude hold, think of a funny one for position and altitude hold. And we'll try and get as many done together in a batch, and then we'll get them zipped up so everyone can grab them. And then we'll just keep building on it. So once we've got the first pack out, as people will be like, oh, well, actually, can I have loiter for iNav? Then I can, this man's loitering in your neighborhood, as an example. Just an example. We do need, terrain, pull up. We do, in fact, that's a good one for Morty. That's a great one for altitude hold. What do you think? Let me know. I want an angle mode commands say you big dosser. An acro mode to say twice on a Sunday. Okay. What about them? Let's think about it. Acro mode. Don't be a big dosser. What do you think? Let me know. Twice on a Sunday. Beeper. Oh, brilliant. Yes, that's a good one, actually. Beeper enabled. Oh, brilliant. What do you think? Let me know. I think we're on to something here. And like I say, I could put my take. We'll use those 2 that I've done for pre-arm and for GPS rescue. I could put my whole take on all of them, but the thing is, I want it to be a community thing because I want to give something back to you guys. And if my sense of humour is slightly different to somebody else's and they think, oh, I'm not using that one, then it's pointless. So the more that input that you guys can have, and we can have 2 of the same one. So if you don't like my GPS rescue one, you could have something else. So I could record another version. So GPS rescue enabled. At least I'm not going to crash this time. Again, as an example. But I do like that beeper one. I do like that beeper one. James says, I'm wearing earbuds. I'm walking around a theme park. Squad sounds like my inner voice, but it's not matching my thoughts. What theme park are you walking around, James? I'm going to guess it's not Alton Towers at this time of the day. It's probably going to be Thorpe Park at this time of the day. Normally because Alton Towers is closed for about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? Random, sorry. No, you're absolutely fine. Nope. Yep. Hi, Ramzan. Hope you're well. Hope everything's going good. Yeah, James, let me know what theme park it is, and don't ever apologise for random thoughts of the day, because as you guys know, my random thoughts come and go everywhere on this channel, so it is what it is. But I do think this community voice pack can be something really, really cool, really, really good. It's like I say, it's getting the balance right. I understand and appreciate that humour and comedy is very individual to people, and some people find you love it or you hate it. You know, comedy is very, very linear. It's either yes or no. If you don't like it, that's cool. Just give me a suggestion. Luke says, I'm going to get the Spider Sora when it's out. And Only John says, as long as it's not Thomasland. It could be Thomasland. Drayton, I don't think Drayton closes till 5:30. I have too much theme park knowledge. Sorry about that. Luke, so I would recommend it. I would. I will put any negatives I find in the review video, which I'll publish just before it actually launches. It's due for release on October the 15th, but it is going to be in a really, really limited run. So my advice is, if you've already made up your decision based on the videos and the stuff that you've seen from Spider, when it drops on the 15th, jump on it, because it's going to go out. I'm almost certain it's going to go out of stock on the same day, because of how limited the numbers are going to be. But I mean, I can't talk price, but it's a premium kit. But also at the same time, you're going to be getting titanium, obviously the design and everything, and you're not going to think that's far too expensive, but it is going to be premium. So it's not going to be a $30 AliExpress frame, put it like that. But I can't say too much more. I don't think. I don't actually know if I could even say half of what I've just said. So, Spider, if you're watching, sorry. Super windy today too. Been practicing on FPV logic, also much cheaper in repairs. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We did actually take the Spider Sora out this morning for a video that's coming out at 10 p.m. tonight. It's currently set to members only, so if you are a member, have a watch of it. And you can actually hear the wind in the background of just how windy it is. But if you turn the sound off and you just watch the footage, you think it's flying on a really calm day. It's so good. So good. But I'm sure the thing is, even with the best drones in the world, I always tend to find a negative or something that I think could have been done better, or something that I don't necessarily like. And I'm sure there'll be something, but I can't find it yet. But it's only been a week, so give me time. Normally what will happen is, with a lot of drones, you'll see where the problem lies pretty quickly. Like, for instance, with Darwin FPV. So I received the Darwin FPV Cineape 20. And I saw very quickly what the problem with Darwin FPV was, and that is that it's absolute trash. It's Luke Says, had a race session a few days ago, and my motors were literally smoking afterwards. Kings Island, Cincinnati, Ohio. There's me talking about Drayton Manor. This guy's going to Kings Island. Do you prefer Kings Island or Kings Dominion? I think Kings Dominion is nicer, if I'm honest. But Kings Island trounces anything we've got in the UK. So would I rather be at Kings Island than anywhere else? Yeah, I would. My question is, though, if you're in Ohio, why are you not at... oh, shit, I forgot the name. Oh, where Top Thrill Dragster is. I've completely forgot the name of that park. The world's most famous park. It's not really a theme park. It's more an amusement park. In Ohio. Sandusky, Ohio. What is it called? I've completely drawn a blank. You'll have to let me know. What is it called? No, I'm going to have to Google it because it's really annoying me now. Hang on. I'm so sorry, but the stream will continue in a second. Cedar Point. Why are you not at Cedar Point is the question that I'm trying to ask you. No, it's not. No, I think Cedar Point did get taken over by Six Flags a couple of years ago, actually, in the most bizarre merger I think I've ever seen, because Six Flags took over Cedar Fair, but Cedar Fair was worth more than Six Flags. Far too much money. Far too much money. But no, Cedar Point is... hello, Boy Wonder. Oh, hello, Little Wonder. Cedar Point is unbelievable.
Did you get a new mask?
No, I've had this one for a long time.
Isn't that the blue one that you've read?
Yes.
Can I have this? It's too good.
Speak to me afterwards and I'll have a look at it for you. Possibly. I need to have a look at it because it's quite a lot of money.
It's the best pet in the entire game.
I'll have a look.
It's so big.
I love you, Little Wonder. Yeah, so Cedar Fair took us. So Cedar Fair, who own Cedar Point, Cedar Park, Cedar Point, took over Six Flags. So they created one of the biggest entertainment industries in the world. But Merlin still say, who own Alton Towers, we're second only to Disney. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Your parks close at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Stop it. I'm looking forward to Universal England. If it's run like proper Universal parks, the UK will at long last have a proper theme park. Open until 11 o'clock at night. 2 months worth of Halloween Horror Nights. I can't wait. I am somebody who loves Halloween more than Christmas, to be fair. I cannot wait. Guideline says, I'm off, everyone. Take care. Take care, Guideline. It's been a pleasure. I am probably going to draw this now because I think everyone's busy on a Sunday, aren't they? So ideally, at some point in the future, I'm going to try and do these a little bit later on, but Boy Wonder wants to be involved, and this is generally the time when I have available sort of spare time to do it. So I know it's not the most opportunistic time of the day for people on a Sunday, but I do appreciate you being here anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw it now. So let's do this. So we have 46 comments. We had 44 yesterday, and we're going to pick a winner. And the winner is Alan Armstrong 5097. You have until 4 p.m. UK time, so you have 23 hours. Congratulations, Alan. Am I late? Oh, we've just drawn it. So I think, to be fair, you added a comment yesterday, didn't you, to be fair? But yeah, AJ Drone says, imagine being able to fly in that new Universal land. I'm hoping so, AJ. I am begging. So one of my big things used to be spending a lot of time in theme parks across Europe. And it was a real passion of mine before I became disabled. So I would love nothing more than to fly around roller coasters with FPV drones, because it's the two biggest passions in my life. So if I ever get the opportunity to do it, either at that new Universal Park or anywhere else, just know that I will be there 100%. James says, you're thinking of Cedar Point. I am. Same owners, but 4 hours away. Of course, I always forget with the US of A, because it's in the same state, I just assume that, like here, if something's in the same county, you can just pop over to it. But I also forget just how vast the USA is. So yeah, that's fair enough. I did Guideline UK, take it easy, bro. And James said, yep, maybe not the same owners anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I remember the merger a couple of years ago, but I don't know. Maybe they're not. I'll Google it afterwards. It's been a long time since I've been involved with theme parks, but like I said, I did used to go all across Europe and actually create content for them, which was fun and entertaining and brilliant and lots of superlatives like that. But unfortunately, ever since I became disabled and too ill to do it, I've not been to a theme park since before COVID, which is quite tragic, really, because they used to be a virtually daily occurrence in my life because I used to create content and make a little bit of a side hustle from that. And it was good, it was great, and it was just something I had so much passion for, and it was a bit gutted when I couldn't carry on, but it is what it is. Like I said, I've not been for about 5 years. No, 6 years. I'm taking kids to Disneyland Paris next year. My God, how sick would it be to fly around that? But it's strictly forbidden, which sucks. Yeah, I'm afraid so. It's Luke says, thoughts on T-Motor 1404 4600. Just bought a few. I love them. Some of my favourite motors for 4S. I think they're absolutely brilliant. AJ, yeah, you're absolutely right. The only way you're ever flying around places like that is with permission, unfortunately. I did do a lot of Alton Towers content with a Mavic when there was rebuilding Nemesis, which was sort of how the channel got a little bit of traction, really. And we had obviously a massive zoom lens on it, and we was able to fly from outside the park and still get in and still have VLOS and so on and so forth. But it's a difficult place to fly without that. Now, I can still do that, and I'll probably do that over this winter because there should be some building works ongoing. But the real goal, the real sort of the real bucket list item is to FPV inside a theme park, chasing a roller coaster. But not just for fun, but to create something, because I have such a passion for both of these things, but to actually create something really, really good. And I just hope that maybe one day it'll happen, but who knows? We can but keep trying, we can but hope. Good things come to good people, so maybe one day I'll be good and good things will come to me. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream in a second, but if you've got any ideas of any suggestions for any voice lines whatsoever, I know you've dropped a few in the chat here now, so I'll go back afterwards. Roller coasters would be so good to chase for sure. Absolutely, AJ. Absolutely. And I sort of wish I still had my old contacts, but when I moved on, I was in a bad place mentally, and I've spoken about this yesterday, I spoke about this lots, and I severed all contacts with places I couldn't go anymore. So it's what it is. Let's hope that one day we can chase a roller coaster with an FPV drone. I know Nurk's done it at a few places. He's done it at Holiday World, hasn't he? Which is really good. But there's so many parks in the UK that have so many opportunities to do things. And I just wish the UK was a little bit more open to certain ideas, because some of the stuff that we could create would be pretty spectacular. But one day. JJ, hi, welcome. We are just about to finish, I'm afraid, JJ. We have started a little bit earlier today, and I appreciate it has taken and eaten up some of your Sunday, so I do and can only apologise, but I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. So yeah, I'm going to create a community post. Luke's off. Enjoy your flying, Luke. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Enjoy your flying. Try not to break too much. The winner, whoever it was that name I read out before, has got 23 hours to contact us, and if not, we will go live at 5 p.m. tomorrow night and we will redraw this, and we will keep doing it until the person actually contacts us. team@squadquads.co.uk. Send me an email if you're the winner. I will ask you to then post a number on the same account that has won on a video to prove it's you, and once we've verified that it's you, we will then send that prize out to you directly from Makefire. If you get contacted in any other way, shape or form, it's not me. I will never reach out in that way to say you've won something. You have to reach out to me for safety reasons. But JJ, before you go and before I go, just to show you what we have been talking about on this live stream, I've created a couple of voice commands, and there's a couple of videos coming out with these, but I've actually created a couple of custom ones. And what I thought is, let's create a big community mega pack. And voice sort of prompts are all well and good, and they can be for any Edge TX radio, but they're all a little bit stale. So I've made a couple of less stale ones.
Pre-arm. Everybody, stand back. It's about to go down.
Or if you enable GPS rescue, it says this.
GPS rescue. Oh no, something's gone GPS rescue. Oh no, something's gone tragically wrong.
I think there's a loose wire in this radio since I took it apart. I need to just check it. If you've got any ideas of any voice lines that I can record that are funny, sassy, sarcastic, humorous, or any other superlative like that, I'm going to put a community post up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Leave them all there. I'll create a mega pack. I'll record it all. I'll compile it. I'll have it all so it's all in the right settings and everything, and all you have to do is just drop it into your radio and it'll be completely free of charge. But what I want from you guys is ideas of what funny lines to say. So we've got a few of them, like angle mode. That's the mode for children. Or when you enable the beeper, because normally when you enable your beeper it's because you've crashed. It could be beeper enabled. Oh, brilliant. There's just a couple of examples. Cool. I came across somebody that had made some with Snoop Dogg's voice. Oh, nice, nice. Right, I'm off. It's been a pleasure. Leave some suggestions on that community post that I'm about to put up any second now. And until next time, thank you all for spending your time with me. It's been amazing. You've all been amazing. Guideline right now says, I'm on a plane. Or Mr. T, I ain't